This video is going to be very quick. Today I'm going to talk about something that my student told me yesterday. Yes, I share with everybody what you tell me, my students. I share with everybody. So I was talking to my student yesterday and then he said,
"Teacher, I am in the advanced course, but I went to Canada last week and I couldn't understand anything that people were saying. What's wrong with me? Am I stupid?"
No, you're not stupid. It's actually very common. That's why I've decided to make this video. Many people come to me and say that they have studied English for a long time, but when they go to another country, to an English-speaking country, they can't understand native people speaking. And it's very natural. The thing is, people who speak English as their first language don't really speak the way you study the language.
Wait a minute, what are you saying, teacher? You're saying that native speakers don't really speak the way I study?
Yes, exactly, because people don't really speak the way it's written. But don't panic. I'm going to explain what happens. I'm going to give you some examples of how people learn English and how it's actually spoken in real life by native speakers. For example, what are you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? What you doing? What did you say? What'd you say? I don't know anything about that, man. I don't know anything about that, man. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a lazy way of speaking, right? I'm going to do that later. I'm gonna do that later. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy a new car. I wanna. I want to. I wanna. I am going to. I'm gonna. I should have done that, but I didn't. I should have done that, but I didn't. I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to have a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee.
But teacher, then what I have studied all my life was in vain, because I don't really speak the way the native people speak.
But it's not in vain, because believe me, after 2 hours talking to a native person, you're going to start understanding everything. The first contact, the first impression is a little bit shocking, but after some minutes, after some hours speaking with this person, with a native person, then you're going to get used to that, to the rhythm, to the contractions, and then you will understand everything for sure. If you know English, you're going to understand it.
But why does that happen in English, teacher?
No. Wait a minute. It doesn't only happen in English, it happens in Russian, it happens in Spanish, it happens in Portuguese.
No, teacher, in Portuguese it doesn't happen.
It happens. It happens. I have some American friends here in Brazil, and they study Portuguese. They have studied Portuguese at school to come to Brazil. Before coming to Brazil, they studied at school in order to learn Portuguese before coming here. And they tell me that they really don't understand some people sometimes. Because, for example, in Brazil, many people don't say estou. They say tô. Imagine for an American person, for example, they have studied that the verb to be is estou. Estou, okay, estou. And then when they come here, people say tô. They really think it's a different word, and they don't understand what you're saying. But then after some time talking to a Brazilian person, they get the feel of it, and then they can express themselves better, they can understand and have a conversation. I'm going to show you an example in a conversation between an English speaker and a Portuguese speaker. Hey man, what you doing? Hey man, what you doing?
Okay?
What?
Okay?
What you doing? What you doing?
I don't understand. What did you say?
What are you doing? What you doing?
Oh, tô estudando pra prova. Tô estudando pra prova.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Hã?
What did you say? What'd you say? What'd you say?
Tô estudando pra prova, tô estudando pra prova, tô estudando pra prova.
Can you say that slowly, please?
Estou estudando para uma prova. Tô estudando pra prova.
Oh, I got it now. Wow, Portuguese is so complicated. They link words, they use contractions. It's horrible. Portuguese is complicated. I'm just kidding. Portuguese is not complicated. English is not complicated. Nothing is impossible to learn. Nothing is difficult. You just have to focus and do it. Okay? You have to study a lot and go for it. Yeah, it's a little bit different the way that people study at schools and in real life. The more you listen to real life English, the more you will understand it in real life when the moment comes. So watch series, listen to podcasts, listen to radios in English, try to have conversations with people who speak English well. The best way to learn language properly is by listening to the language a lot and paying attention, and then putting that knowledge into practice. Please subscribe to the channel, share this channel with your friends, hit the like button because it really helps me a lot. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.